Good day everyone, I am Angelo Joaquin Ascan and I will be reporting on Part 11 of Module 2, titled Development, Learning, and Behavior Change. I would also summarize the entire Module 2 based on the reports of my classmates. To start off, these are the learning objectives of my report. First is to determine the correlation between development, learning, and behavior change in the context of social marketing and mobilization. Second is to discuss the steps in behavior change model. And lastly, to provide key takeaways and a summary of Module 2 as I have previously mentioned. Now, let's move on to behavior change. First, it is a fundamental element of development. According to Velasco et al., permanent alterations in behavior are referred to as learning. In a website titled Social and Behavior Change Communication, behavior change is caused by communication strategies that are guided by a robust basis of data and community engagement. Communities that participate in dialogue and take action will experience both individual and societal transformations, according to Figueroa et al. These are some examples of behavior change for development according to Velasco et al. First is increased awareness regarding community cleanup initiatives. Next, we have implementation of innovative agricultural techniques. We also have the interest in participating in outreach activities, improvement in computer literacy skills, participation in community education initiatives, and several additional points. Now let's discuss the steps to behavior change model by Piotro et al. In 1997. Their model is a combination of two theories, namely the diffusion of innovation theory and the input-output persuasion model. Let's first talk about these theories to understand the context behind this model. In an article by Kerner, the diffusion of innovations theory understands the way new technologies or innovations are adopted by a population. It was first proposed in 1962 by Everett Rogers, an American communication theorist and sociologist. Meanwhile, the communication persuasion matrix, also known as the input-output persuasion model, has input variables which include source, message, channel, and audience. This model was proposed by McGuire as cited by a chapter written by Atkin and Rice. For the output variables of this model, these include exposure, processing, learning, yielding, and behavior. The steps to behavior change model also takes into account social marketing experience. The model has 5 steps: knowledge, approval, intention, practice, and advocacy. According to Piotro et al., the framework shows that behavior change is a step-by-step process following these 5 steps. So now here are the key takeaways of the module based on the previous reports of our classmates. First, they discussed about the different communication models such as the unilinear and transactional models. They also discussed the different approaches and domains in C4D or communication for development, such as action research, community organizing, technology commercialization, among others. Of course, some of these communication approaches and domains have limitations. Communication should be planned both in a top-down and bottom-up approaches. And lastly, C4D influences behavior change. So to conclude my report, I want you to answer the following discussion questions. First, have you ever experienced or witnessed behavior change? Share your experiences. And was that behavior change for better or for worse? You can elaborate on this further. Please share your insights in the discussion forum. And here are the references that I use for this report. Feel free to check them out. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening.